is September 1st, and to kick off my fall reading, I will be starting When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. I'm so excited because last year, my favorite horror book of the whole year was Mary by Nat Cassidy, so I've been very, very excited to read this. All I know about it is that it's following this woman who finds a 5-year-old boy who has run away from his father after a very violent encounter. I always kick off fall with watching Over the Garden Wall, so I think I'm also going to do that tonight. I love Over the Garden Wall. It is just the perfect thing to get you into the fall mood. So today my plans are just to read a little bit of this and watch a couple episodes of Over the Garden Wall. The weather is starting to get a little bit colder here. It's getting very cold at night, so I'm going to snuggle up, get cozy, and start reading When the Wolf Comes Home. I have so much to say about this book already. Also, I have so much, but also nothing. I am halfway through. It's a trip. It's a wild ride. It's probably one of the craziest and hardest books to talk about that I've ever read, because I feel like the entire premise of the book is a spoiler, because there's kind of like a plot twist that happens very early on in the book that is not mentioned in the synopsis, and it's what the whole book is about, but I can't say what that is. But then I feel like I can't say anything else about the book because everything that's happening is so tied to that first plot twist. And it's like, also, I've never read a book where things are happening so rapidly and like changing so fast that I feel like every 10 pages something new and crazy happens. I don't even know how to talk about this book, so we'll wait. I'll give more thoughts as I'm continuing to read it, but today I need to run some errands. I need to go to Walmart specifically. The main thing that I need are some fall and Halloween nails. The current set that I have on right now, we have some fallen soldiers. I've had these on for a little over 4 weeks. They're insanely grown out, so it's time for a new set, but I wanted to wait until I had some fall or Halloween themed nails, and I saw a TikTok last night of a bunch of Halloween nails at Walmart. And then I also saw another TikTok that they have these really cute pajama pants, so I want to look for those as well. And honestly, today is the perfect day for me to be starting this fall reading vlog because there's a chill in the air. It's like 65 degrees, it's raining, it is just the perfect vibes. Also, I did just realize that I unintentionally am dressed like Wednesday Addams. I did not mean to do that. The vibes that I'm giving today are Wednesday Addams, which I have not even watched the new season yet. I'm waiting for all of the episodes to come out and then I'll binge it. I do think that the second half is coming out very soon. If not, it's already out. Walmart trip was very successful. It did take me a very long time to find the Halloween nails that I was looking for. What was so annoying though is I went back to like where they have all of the press-on nails, and every single press-on nail was locked, and like you needed to get an employee to unlock it. I was like, I will simply not be doing that. But then luckily I found a display that had a bunch of the Halloween nails and they were not locked up. So I got, as you can see, 4 sets. I kind of went a little experimental with like the shapes that I normally wear. I'm always like an almond nail girly, but I've always been very intrigued by a coffin shape. So I got 2 coffin nails. The first ones, these are kind of like stars and moons. They also glow in the dark. Now, these are way longer than I normally like my nails to be, but we're experimenting. We're seeing what I like. These just very much spoke to me. And then I also got these, which are not necessarily like fall or Halloween. They're just like really cool chrome. And then I got 2 medium almonds. These have bats and spider webs on them, so I do think these I'm gonna save specifically for Halloween. They also glow in the dark. And then these just look like really cute fall nails, so I do think that these are the ones that I'm going to put on next. I will see, because I've never used either of these brands before, Kiss or Salon Perfect, so I'm gonna see how they are. I'm very picky about like the type of nails that I have, because I mean, these I've had on for over 4 weeks. These are Olive and June, which is my favorite nail brand that you can buy in store. I can make Olive and June nails last so long, and honestly, I could make these last even longer if I just reattach these 2, because all the rest of these not coming off. So I don't know how long I'll be able to make all of these last. We will see. Like I said, I'm very particular about my nails. Also, it's hard for me to find nail sizes that actually fit me, because I do have very, very small nails. And that's what I like about Olive and June, is that they have a very wide range of size. Like, they have really small nails and also like really, really big ones. So we will see, we will see. This could have been a waste of money. I'm determined to make them work. I also found all of the pajama pants that I saw in the TikTok. They're these like Joy Spun brand, and they are so soft. They're definitely like a thicker material, so these will be really good in the winter, but I got these that are kind of like this burgundy color with hearts on them. This one, which is blue with all of these stars, and then this one is my favorite. They have all these teddy bears on them. Like, look how cute, all the little teddy bears. I was a little nervous because none of them had prices on them. Actually, that's something that I noticed in the Walmart, is none of the clothes anywhere had prices on them at all. I was like, that's weird. So I was nervous that they were gonna be expensive, but they were only $9 each. I'm going to soak off my nails. The way that I get them off is I will just soak them in a bowl of warm water with some soap in it. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna listen to more of When the Wolf Comes Home. I'm trying to think what I can say about this book that's not spoilery. Basically, what I can say that's not spoilery is you start off with this little boy who is hiding in a cabinet from his dad. His dad is like ripping through the house being like, where is it, where is it? And the little boy is super scared, and he ends up running away. So then we're following a main character named Jess. She lives in LA, and she is kind of like a struggling actress. She works in this little diner overnight. The vibes of this diner is giving like Waffle House at 3 a.m. and she has to clean the bathroom because someone threw up in there, and as she's cleaning it, she feels like a prick and looks, and behind the toilet is a dirty needle, and she goes, oh my god, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. What am I supposed to do? And she's having so much anxiety, and she intends to drive to the hospital, but finds herself instead driving home because she's just so like, she just has so much anxiety over it. She gets to her house and hears this noise and finds the little boy. the little boy's like hiding in the bushes. And she's like, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And the little boy's like, he's after me. He's chasing me. And then the dad shows up and the dad is like, where's my son? Where's my son? And then at the very same moment, an animal comes and attacks and kills like everybody in this apartment complex. And the main character is like, what the fuck? She takes the little boy, gets in their car, they drive off. And I think that's all I can say, because everything from that point forward is just so batshit crazy. And like I said, it changes so fast. It changes so fast. Like a new crazy thing happens every 10 to 20 pages. But it's essentially this woman, Jess, and this little boy on the run from dangerous things. It is so good. I love the way that Nat Cassidy writes. I feel like this is very much kind of like the opposite of Mary, where I feel like Mary, which was my favorite horror book of last year, Mary was very much a slow burn. It was a very slow paced book, but like very scary. It's one of the horror books that has like truly scared me. This one, also very scary, but it is so fast paced, so action packed. It hit the gas from the very beginning and has not let up for a second. It is like the book equivalent of the movie Speed, where they have to go above 60 miles an hour or the bus blows up. That's what this book is. Nat Cassidy said, if I slow down at all, the book will blow up. I'm gonna go take my nails off and listen to more of my book. Here are my nails. I love them. I also just got a package in the mail. Basically, I have a very bad habit that I've been trying to break. It's a little gross, but I've done this since I was like a little kid, but I always like scratch and pick at my skin. Like if I have a little scab or like a little bump or like anything, I cannot resist. I wanted to try to figure out like a real way to stop myself from doing it. I have an app on my phone. I forget what it's called, but I'll pop it up here. And basically you can track, like if you have a bad habit that you want to break, it has like a timer for how long it's been since you last did that habit, and you can see how many days you've gone of like, I haven't done this for however many days, and I keep it on my home screen on my phone so I see it every single day, and it makes me feel really good when the number gets higher. And I made myself a reward system where for every week that I don't do it, I get to give myself a little prize. So this is my prize. I don't want to like be getting myself like huge prizes every time, but like between like any prize under like $15 is kind of my thing. So since I went 2 weeks, I got myself 2 prizes, and I got books. They're not always gonna be books. Sometimes I might get like a necklace or candy, whatever it is, but this time I wanted books, so I got 2 books that I've really been wanting. No! Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Not my prize. Not my prize being ruined. I got Lady Macbeth. They put this ugly ass sticker on it. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. No, wait, let me see if it comes off easy. Oh my god, it's not a sticker that comes off easy. Oh my god, this is tragic. No, I'm actually about to cry. I've been looking forward to this all day. What devil did that? Who looked at this beautiful book and thought, yeah, I'm gonna stick this ugly ass sticker in the middle of it? This is from Amazon. Ugh, I should not have bought from Jeffrey. That was my mistake. This is what I get. This is what I get for buying from Jeffrey. No, I'm just returning this. I'm not dealing with that. Okay. Anyways, I'll be getting a new copy of this because this is horrific. But this is Lady Macbeth by Ava Reid, which I'm so excited to read. Oh my god, it's a stunning book. How dare they? Honestly, that's what I get. That's what I get from buying from Amazon. The other book I got is The Unlikely Pursuit of Mary Bennet by Linz McLeod. This is a Sapphic historical romance between Mary Bennet and Charlotte. Jane Austen meets Bridgerton in the Sapphic romance between Charlotte Lucas and Mary Bennet that begins 4 years after the end of Pride and Prejudice. Oh, Mr. Collins dies. I was like, how do they get Mr. Collins out of this? He dies. He dies. Charlotte is not exactly heartbroken, but she will soon have to quit the parsonage that has become her home. In desperate need of support, she writes to her best friend, Lizzie. Unable to leave Pemberley, Lizzie sends her sister, Mary Bennet, in her stead. To Charlotte's surprise, Mary Bennet is nothing like she remembers. Mary's discovery of academia and her interest in botany have caused her to flourish. Before long, Charlotte is enraptured, and with each stolen glance and whispered secret, their friendship quickly blossoms into something achingly real. But when her time at the parsonage begins to dwindle and a potential suitor appears, Charlotte must make a choice. The safety and security of another husband, or a passionate life with Mary outside the confines of the Taun's expectations. Yes! Oh my god, this sounds so good. I can't wait to read this. I need to go submit my return for this to get a copy that has not been desecrated. I'm so upset. I worked so hard to get this. Do you know how much temptation I had to resist? Finished When the Wolf Comes Home. I needed some time to digest what the fuck happened because this was probably the most insane book I have ever read. Nat Cassidy, you're a freak. You're a freak. And I love it. I need every freaky little thought that he's ever had in his head. I need it right away. I need so many more books from him. I had to immediately go onto Reddit and find out what their interpretation of the ending was and if it was the same interpretation that I was having, because the implications of what I believe and what a lot of other people on Reddit believe happened at the end is batshit crazy. Oh my god, might be the best ending of a book I've ever read. I loved this. This was obviously 5 stars. That means I've had 2 5 stars from Nat Cassidy. Mary was my favorite horror book of last year, and this is most likely gonna be my favorite horror book of this year. I keep saying this, it's really such a hard book to talk about, but it really plays with the themes of fear, the power of your mind, and how that relates to fear. It was so good. So different from Mary. Like, they could not be more different from each other. I feel like Mary, like I said earlier, it's a much more slow-paced, kind of gothic-y horror, much more like insular, in the mind of a main character who is losing their mind, unreliable narrator. This one is so much more action-packed, much more of a like horror thriller. So much plot, so much action, so fast-paced. Ugh. This was just so good. This was so good. This is now my 3rd 5-star book in a row, which does have me a little nervous because I feel like the only place to go now is down. But to completely switch gears, go from an absolutely crazy anxiety-inducing horror book, I need cozy witches. I need cozy fantasy. I need romance. I need a book that's gonna feel like a warm hug, because that book had me so stressed, like my heart was racing. So I'm gonna be starting A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana, who is the author of The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I have been anticipating this book for so long. I cannot wait to read it. This one is following a witch who has lost her magic and she's trying to get it back, all while running this magical inn. There's a talking fox and a handsome magical historian turns up. Maybe he can help her. These definitely feel like the vibes that I need after that crazy book. Okay, I have read the first 4 chapters. I'm 50 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far. So basically the premise of this is that Sarah, when she was 15, she was like a up-and-coming witch with a lot of power. She lives at this inn with her aunt, where she cast a spell over the inn that the only people who can come there are people who really need the inn for like some sort of reason. People with very good intentions who need like comfort and safety, but also her aunt dies. And obviously that's very devastating to her because that is the only family that she has. So Sarah does something that is forbidden, and she brings her aunt back from the dead. And because of that, she exerted too much of her magical power that her magic has now left her. She no longer has magic, and she was also kicked out of the magical guild for using illegal magic. So now it's 15 years later, she's running the inn with her aunt and her nephew, and there's a bunch of like quirky people who are at the inn, a lot of long-term residents. There is also a talking fox who is a witch that was cursed into being a fox. Also, one of my favorite aspects is that when she brought her aunt back from the dead, the grave in the ground that her aunt was in was also the same grave where many years ago they buried a dead rooster. So when she brings her aunt back from the dead, the rooster comes with her, but the rooster is like a zombie. The rooster had been dead for a long time, so it came back very zombified. She's desperately trying to get her hands on this book that she believes will help her figure out how to get her magic back, but she does not have access to the book because she's been banned from the guild. So that's everything that is going on right now. I'm really loving the vibes. It is super cozy and fun. Definitely bringing back memories from the first book. I love the setting of this little magical inn with all of these like fun characters. Ooh, oh my god, I just realized that the dead rooster is actually on the cover. I am halfway into Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I love it so much. I'm very sad though because I've been listening to the audiobook on Spotify and I just ran out of listening hours. Ugh, so annoying. I was getting so into the book and then my hours ran out, but it's okay because my hours reset at midnight tonight, which is in like 2 hours. So I'm debating, because I know if my hours had not run out, I would just continue to read this until it was done. So I'm trying to decide if I just want to go to bed and finish it tomorrow, or if I want to stay up and continue reading when my hours reset at midnight. I don't know. I finished A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I really loved this. I think I might have even liked it more than the first book. I just loved the whole plot, all of the characters. There was like a very big cast of quirky side characters that all resided at this inn. Actually, the cast really reminded me of Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. Especially like in Nettle and Bone, there is like a demon chicken and then the bone dog, which is like a dog that's been resurrected and is only bones. The zombie rooster kind of felt like a combination of the demon chicken and bone dog. There was a character who plays a knight at a Ren fair, and he kind of keeps his like knight character persona 24/7 and is like always wearing his armor and is always like, I will protect your honor. I feel like that this is not, in my opinion, a romance book. I think it is a cozy fantasy with romance, because the actual romance part of the book, while really good, and I really liked the romance, it took up like maybe 30% of the overall book. The main plot was her trying to get her magic back, and I think I really enjoyed that, because my personal preference, I think, is that I like when romances have a bigger plot outside of just the romance. I like there to be more going on. Yeah, I loved this. I think I'm gonna give it, I'm between 4.5 stars and 5 stars. I don't know. My gut instinct is to not give it 5 stars, but there's nothing I can say that I disliked about it or that I would change about it. I thought it was so good. So I don't know. Right now I'm feeling 4.5 stars, but maybe I will bump it up later. I do think it was a huge improvement on the first book, and I loved the first book. So I think that this one was just even better. And it's definitely like the perfect beginning of fall book. It was so good. Oh my God, I'm on a reading streak right now where I'm loving everything. I'm loving everything that I'm reading, and I'm so scared. I'm so scared to read anything else because I'm like, it can't keep going like this. It just can't. I don't know, but we're gonna end this vlog right here. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a chicken emoji for our zombie chicken. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!